put my chef hat on.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? He got his chef hat on. Welcome to a new segment. We don't really have a designated name, but today's we're gonna call it Mobbin and Sobbin. I'm Kimber, your guys' host. We got Thaiger here. We got Turtle here too. Vivid One Piece watcher and fans. So if you watch One Piece, read the manga, whatever. This is gonna be your episode. But first, I want to how you guys been? Really, you guys just been chilling?
Great.
You know, how's the One Piece journey been for you guys? Have you guys been catching up on the episodes, watching them every week, or how you guys been?
I watch faithfully every week.
Okay.
For the most part, yes, I watch faithfully every week, but sometimes when I know there's really good action sequences about to pop up, I'm gonna save up maybe 2 of those episodes. I'll try and wait. I want to see what happens next immediately. So
right.
When I know it's about to be fired, then I'll save them up a couple of times. But for the most part, yes, every week.
That's fair. Yeah, I like the Gear 5. I think I waited 2 episodes, just the final 2 episodes, just because I wanted that. I didn't want to wait. And then I'm actually glad I did that because being able to,
it made it way more enjoyable. And you got to sidestep a lot of what the spoiler ass niggas out there tried to keep you from. It's the greatness, the feeling, restoring the feeling. But honestly, this new opening song, oh my God, they want me to fucking cry every time. Such fire, just
I can't even skip it because it's so good.
You can't. All the emotions, every single great moment, and Wano just stabbing me in the heart. Oh my God.
No, seriously. But that actually is kind of leads into we're going to do a top 5 sad list, which actually works perfect.
Yeah.
So we're going to do top 5 saddest moments here.
I guess that could work as a moment.
Yeah, that could. All of Wano.
What the opening song is already said.
No, but first though, I want to get into the live action because I've talked about it a little bit with some other people who've watched it, but I haven't talked about it with other One Piece fans. How did you guys kind of like it? Just give me a brief little review of how you guys have liked it, or if you haven't finished it, how you guys are liking it.
You first, Tiger.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I have always been very vocal about me being hesitant towards this live action of One Piece. It's my baby, okay? And we've seen so many other live actions be done wrong. Dragon Ball, I'm looking at you. Avatar: The Last Airbender, looking at your ass. Some other really bad ones, like Attack on Titan back in the day, had a really bad one too, a movie.
Yeah, that's right.
They didn't even go off the fucking correct ending. Yeah, at all. They went off their own ending. Anyway, so One Piece had a lot to live up to. And in recent years, we've seen some pretty good live actions, like the Cowboy Bebop was really good. I believed it was really awesome that Netflix did. But old heads are always going to be protective of their baby. So I will say I came into it very hesitant watching it, and but I enjoyed it. I loved it overall. I definitely binged it. I loved it. So I'm going to be nitpicky because I'm such an old time, true fan. I've rewatched One Piece probably more times than I can count. So, were there some things that they could have done better? I have a laundry list of things, but I mean, I don't know if you want me to run down all of them right now.
No, that's
fair.
5. What's your
5?
Give me 5.
Okay, the things that probably bothered me the most: Sanji's fucking hair. That wig was stiff. A lot of the wigs were stiff. His wig needed to be cut back a bit, and it needed some oil so it can shake. His hair moves. It doesn't fucking stay right there. And give him a fucking curly eyebrow, please. Just a little. They could have just done a little,
A little swirl,
a little bit. Yeah, a little.
Y'all got that on all the time. Y'all can just pop it on there.
Yeah, I mean, niggas is out here putting the slits in their eyebrows since Nelly was popping, okay? And
That's fair.
on. Y'all act like we don't have high grade barber technologies nowadays. People are reattaching hairlines. Okay,
Girls
you
are
can
literally
put.
drawing on their own eyebrows nowadays.
Yeah, girls have baby hairs that touch their eyebrows. You might as well connect that shit and make it swoop.
It
You
ain't
could
baby
easily
hairs.
do that.
It's adult hairs.
Those are
Them children
teenage hairs. Those hairs.
Them is elder hairs.
Those hairs need to find a social security card and start working on their learner's permit. So, but so yeah, number one probably the wigs. Two, I would say is Luffy's footwear and Shanks's footwear. I don't know what those big ass mushroom shoes were supposed to be. They were crazy. I was just like, what are those? And I'm mad Garp and the fucking Navy or Marines, whatever you want to call them, had better drip on their feet. Their boots were fucking fire. Garp's white stompers looked crazy. Like,
their outfits were tough.
You knew Garp was gonna be dripped out though.
Garp was dripped out. He had like all white Nike boots or something. I don't even know what the fuck the shit was. They were dope. What else will I say? Arlong, that nigga black, clearly. But like, I don't know, the prosthetic for his nose was still a black nigga fishman nose. I don't know how to describe it, but
I understand.
It's a little too wide, yeah.
I guess I kind of understand what you mean.
The fishermen are supposed to be like black people anyways, for real, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, clearly when Nami showed up at the one scene,
just like with X-Men and them.
Yeah, Fisher Thaiger, that nigga was Muhammad Ali or something. You know what I mean? Like,
he was about that violence action, so he was definitely
Malcolm X. Yeah, he's on that
shit.
Malcolm X for sure. So, let me think. What else did I have? Initial thoughts. Okay, definitely that scene when they're fighting and Zoro's swords bent. That was hard to watch.
Yeah.
When he rolled over on the floor. Yeah, that was hard. And then also, I know some minor characters were missing, like Django. I understand why they had Django missing or whatever, but he does come back later on in the series as like he's in the Navy later on. True. But then I really liked Hachin, and I'm kind of mad they kicked him out of the Fishman Pirates because he comes back later on in the story too, and he becomes a significant person or character later on. But I'm wondering if it's because like the CGI would have been way too crazy to animate his big ass. Yeah. It would have been a lot.
It would have been a lot. And it does kind of suck because I was saying the same thing. I was like, man, he was actually such a pivotal character, especially for Zoro.
Yeah.
Too, you know? Yeah,
I really loved his character, you know?
So that's one of the first times you found out how cold Zoro was after he got folded by Mihawk.
No, seriously.
Yeah. In terms of the actual characters, I will say, or like in the actors and how well I felt like they brought them across the screen, I'll say Iñaki, I feel like he would have been a better Deku. His eyes are just too bright. I feel like he was just, you know,
too much hope.
He's too much hope. He's too, and he didn't seem stupid enough. I didn't laugh at him enough. He didn't do enough, slapstick, stupid jokes that Luffy be doing. He wasn't fall asleep picking his nose. I mean, he fell asleep after he ate the pot of poison or whatever. That was like one time. But like him being a big voracious eater wasn't a big thing I don't feel like they really played on that. Him picking his nose and being dumb and not listening. Like he was too smart to be Luffy, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it just me? Or I feel like his voice was too like high, like again, too bubbly.
That is the other thing, the fucking accents. How are we gonna be a black little kid and then you turn into a Latino teenager and you got a Scottish granddaddy?
No, seriously.
No, I know they're all adopted and not really related and shit. I understand, but still, he went from a little black boy to a little Spanish boy by the time he grew up. That's a little black kid.
Comes down to my overall argument that dubs are trash. And I will continue to say such things. I don't care how good Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and such dubs were. Overall, dubs are trash.
Thanks. I agree.
Well, I do want to go back and rewatch the live action with the subbed people and the original voice actors of the sub doing it. So
tried that.
maybe it'll give it a different feel.
It's weird.
Really?
I was like, wow, I'm actually excited. I'm gonna try this, and I started watching, and I was like, wait, it. I had to switch it back to English because it just is like I'm like imagining the animated version while not try because I hear the original voice actors, so I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
this doesn't. It didn't feel right, but like it's right. I don't know how to describe it.
Does the original voice actor, does she like laugh and stuff as Luffy too? Because I don't feel like he really even laughed
From what I
in the live
remember,
action.
I only watched like 20 minutes of it because it was like kind of unbearable, but I don't think so. I don't think I heard any of the original laughs or anything. And if it might have been just like one of the short ones.
And that's also a very big part of One Piece is they have so many distinctive laughs. You've got to get that right.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I can't wait to see what Caesar's looks like.
Oh, with Chopper, it's terrible. Oh, that's my favorite shit.
Oh God, bro! I can't wait for that.
I mean, after watching the live action, it made me go back. I rewatched Chopper, and right now I'm going through Thriller Bark and loving all of Thriller Bark with.
Oh, fucking broken Moria.
Yeah, all of them. See, there's like
there's
so many.
Persona. Turtle,
who's your favorite laugh?
Our favorite laugh?
She is really up there. And and Horo, all those.
Maybe Kaidio's just because of how like badass his is. Just like it has like that depth of just like
mama.
Oh, big moms.
And then let me think.
Blackbeard has a pretty good laugh.
I can't do the big the giant scrub. I can't do
the giant. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
laugh. Yeah. But go ahead, Turtle, what did you think about the live action?
As a person who wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my heart, hates all live action, this is actually pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And he's critical as fuck.
Now, I hate. There hasn't been a live action I really liked of any anime.
Okay.
To be honest with you, all of them ass. And this one is a little rough too, but it's the most enjoyable one I've watched.
I'd have to agree.
What do you think sets it apart?
And the thing is, like, I had my initial attraction because I'm like, One Piece, the world of One Piece is too far from reality. It was like just straight up like body type, like the long arm tribe, the fishermen, like the mermaids, like the kung fu dugongs, like there's just like just not even just the human, the different types of human
cannon, the dog cannon that ate a dog fruit, dog fruit.
My thing to ever reference the dog cannon. The dog cannon.
The dog cannon's wild.
And that's not even. And there's another one. There's the fucking during the filler with Foxy, the fucking goat.
The Foxy Pirates.
You guys actually know Foxy Pirates is canon?
Yeah, because he showed up in the movie. He showed up several times past the filler.
Foxy Pirates might be the worst arc of One Piece, and I'm not even gonna.
They're on vacation. They were
I fucked with Foxy hard. That was my shit.
I could. Oh my god! I was really watching just like, bro, this is.
But those be the moments.
Like 5 episodes though.
But those be the moments that really show how dumb Luffy was and just like super gullible to the world he was in, because he was just believing them. Like they just put a mask on their face and he don't remember who they are anymore. That was a fun arc because he had the afro going the whole time in the tournament.
Yeah, that afro was
one of my
sick,
favorite things was Luffy with the afro.
Hell yeah, the afro gave him power.
I will admit the afro was a pretty good part, but everything before that I was just like, bro, this is so stupid. Why am I watching this?
It's a slow beam.
Yeah.
But
I
besides
mean,
that, I'd
it
have to
lends
agree with the
itself
turtles.
to the world building, and just like how crazy it is from reality.
It's like I don't know, like Netflix doesn't have the budget to do like Transformers type of CGI to make these characters real. Like Chopper needs a movie budget level to make him look real,
And
or
he's gotta be
else
cute. You're not finna Sonic him.
he's
So
gonna look scary. He's
I
gonna
heard
look. Chopper's gonna look terrible.
that they're only using 3 prosthetics for him. And so like I wonder if the prosthetics are just going to be his horns and his hat. So I wonder if the rest of it's going to be CGI.
It's gonna look bad. Like no matter, like we have to prepare for a terrible looking Chopper, and we just gonna have to accept it.
Let's
It's not
prepare
gonna
for the
look good.
worst, but if it does look good, we can backtrack and say, "Oh yeah, we knew it was. We knew it was." But we're going to prepare for the worst for sure.
That I mean, the Fisherman only came out so good because that just like you just gotta do some really good makeup.
They really paid great attention to the Fishmen, especially the side characters, like the nigga with the big lips. Cause I was like, yo, he got some soup coolers. Holy shit. But when you go watch the anime, it's true to form. That nigga, it looks accurate. Yep.
Yeah, but like the Giants are gonna look crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna have Attack on Titan level giants in One Piece.
The Kung Fu Dugongs, the fucking whale, any of the giant sea monsters that come out.
Ducks in Alabaster, the Sonic Ducks, Duck Force.
Oh yeah, and the
they were riding on. Yeah.
The sea turtles are gonna be crazy. Kung Fu turtles.
The Sea Kings. I mean, they tried with the one that bit Shanks,
the one they did looked really good.
You saw how the sea guy looked on the Sea King, so imagine anything else more complex.
Yeah.
So what was your official like review then? Out of like a scale of 1 through 10, what would your guys just like?
I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
And that's a lot considering most anime and live actions have gotten zeros.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fair.
This is a fun one to watch.
Facts.
Even with all the differences. I understand you had to take some differences, you had to change some shit. And since Oda is there, the only reason I'm really accepting the differences is because Oda was right there. If Oda wasn't involved in this live action, all these differences and changes shit would be hella unforgiving. But because the GOAT was there, because Oda said this shit was alright, I'm gonna let the changes slide.
There you go.
I'll give it a 6.5.
Himself.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Just because I
honestly say anywhere between a 6 and an 8 is a fair rating, just because of the monstrosity of what they had to take on with the world building. Like, it was a lot that you were going to have to digest, and that had been broken down into building the world and all the backstory for each and every single character. Mm-hmm. So it's a tall task. It's a tall order, and they were able to sum up, 61 episodes in,
it wasn't even,
an hour long.
It was like 40, though. Because if I'm not mistaken, they hit Logetown in the East Blue Arc too, right? Or is that in the start of the Alabasta one? Do you guys remember?
I think it starts season 2. That low when they hit
season 2.
But you gotta remember, Toei got a lot of bullshit in the anime, so we really gotta go off how the manga is paced.
True.
Because Toei's pacing is ass.
Toei's pacing is ass. They do suck.
They be pissing me off. I'm like, there's no need to do this. This really isn't.
Well, if you think about it, there used to be a need for it, because when this wasn't like so prevalently found on the internet and people had to go to the TV to watch it every week, it might be some weeks you missed shit and you need to catch up and you didn't know what happened last episode. So having the recap would save your life and you could still be.
I'm not talking about the recap. I'm talking about we all watch one. We've all watched one. Sometimes they be dragging shit.
Shit.
Come on, bro.
And that's actually, I was gonna before I say the reason why my 6.5.
Okay, which one is the most drag fight he ever fought against? I would say Katakuri was the longest drag fight.
Flamingo.
Definitely dragged. I think actually, now that we talking about it, Dressrosa was the only time I skipped a bunch of episodes.
Bro, that shit was bullshit.
because they was doing too much. I'm
Too
like,
much.
I like pretty fresh on Dressrosa. A lot of this is bullshit. I'm
Okay.
gonna let 10 episodes build up and come back.
And that's where, like, for this, even give the Gear 5, I think it was, I forget which episode it was, but it was the episode right after he jumped in the sky and started the Barang fist. And then the whole next episode, he's literally just sitting there in the sky with his fist in the sky. And I'm just like, I literally just watched him do that move. And now I just watched a whole episode of him just in the sky, and it's just Momosuke just talking the entire episode. I'm like, what kind of pacing is this? Like,
Okay.
it sucks. I think they need to go by season, in my opinion. I think One Piece needs to start taking breaks, let the manga build up.
One Piece did it. If One Piece went from all year to seasons, oh my god,
I
the
just think
anime
even 2
was
quarters.
so
We could even do 2
Hell
quarters.
no.
Take winter and fall off. Go through summer or
But
go
at
through
the
summer
same
fall.
time,
Take
do I want to
winter
wake
spring
up
off.
every Saturday
Wait a
night? Do I want to wake up not having?
Wait a minute, Kimmer. So I literally kind of just had this conversation with Mac yesterday when we were doing the pod. So we were talking about Zom 100 and how they're about to go on hiatus again. And literally all they're telling us is that they're having production issues again. And you would think a show with this high caliber of production, and you already know it's going to be a season that you're putting out, why don't they already have the season completely done? I don't understand that. Why are they still doing episodes?
I don't know what's going on with Zom 100
And
for real.
if it's a 12 pack. So if you like, if those kind of issues are happening with that shorter kind of season, I don't want to see what happens to One Piece if you try to truncate it into that format after it's been running like this for so long.
The difference between Zombieland and One Piece is too popular. So
No, Zombie 100.
if it were to go down to
it's pretty big.
Season, the only thing that would change would be we would have get less
Saga. Zombie
just,
100. Zom 100. It only got 10 episodes out right now.
I don't know what's going on with Zom 100, but
they're
One
on
Piece
an indefinite hiatus right now.
One Piece is too popular with like if they that's like with it would be like the same with My Hero, where like every time they come back, but it would have a higher budget than My Hero because some of the episodes in My Hero be slacking because you know they about to gear up for a better episode again. That's like a lot of anime. But with One Piece, their budget would be more on the lines of how it feels Demon Slayer is, where every episode is movie quality. One Piece would get that type of production with a more seasonal, with less filler. With less dragging, with less stare down. Sure?
Because Demon Slayer season 2 won't. I mean, the production in terms of animation style, of course, is there, but and the story and what we got for the second season, that was dragged out too.
Here, in my opinion,
no. See, don't conflate my argument. No, the Demon Slayer season, the Swordsmith arc. That is the arc is the arc we most say is like kind of like just like a plateau of like
It was.
So I'm not talking about season 2. I'm just simply talking about.
Honestly, I hear where you're coming from. You know, but I don't really give a fuck about the movie level animation for One Piece. I love it when the color gets knocked off the screen. I love it when it's jagged lines and you know niggas is getting to it. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay because
that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, see,
what I'm talking about is just like the unnecessary where you feel like they were some scenes where you've been watching Piece long enough where you feel like, okay, they kind of dragging this scene. Why don't we get to like what the plot is about? Where like they stare at each other a little bit too long before a fight. It's too much. There's too much back and forth before they move on to the next subject. It's a lot of that goes on in One Piece, but that's just pacing to like because they have to do it a year-long anime. But without the year-long anime part, some of the episodes will feel less like, even though it's part of the story, like it's filler because they just add extra reactions and dragging on scenes and people extra replays of a punch or extra reactions or multiple times in a row.
So you watch One Piece?
Well,
I watch. I mean, like
Think
I
about it
like
like this,
One Piece.
Tiger.
No, One Piece.
Well, think about it like this. This Wano arc just lasted 5.5 years. It could have only
It's
took
the
like
longest arc ever.
yeah. In my opinion, it could have took 2 or 3 if they would have just went into the seasonal format and cut down the episodes where they're showing Kaidio for 15, 20 seconds longer
I
than
say
they should.
Kaidio.
Whatever.
It's Kaido.
Whatever.
You don't gotta eat at the end of it.
Yeah, he does for me, but
No,
or like
he doesn't.
or like when the episodes are like so many flashbacks or stuff like that, and we get like the episodes where they're showing Zoro, they're showing King, they're showing Zoro, they're showing King, but they're in the same exact like spot, you know what I mean? And they do that for like 30 seconds to a minute. They can cut a lot of that out in a seasonal format.
You could have I don't mind looking at Zoro or King longer.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm not
and that's fair.
at it.
But it's when the current manga right now has been in this arc and it's about to end this next arc already. It's like about to come up and it's been out for almost 1.5 to 2 years. It's like the anime should already be on it. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
I hear you.
Or at least on the way. Like I know they're about to, but they should be like the beginning of it. Beginning of all the madness that's like happening in the manga. They should be at the start of it already.
I hear you. I hear you.
And I know that like
definitely.
And I know they had
One
Gear
Piece
5 came out last year or 1.5 ago, 2 years ago in the manga. It's like I know why they like are pacing it like they're making it yearly and stuff, and I get that, but I just think that if they just go seasonal format, you know, we get a lot of these. It's not 1,000 episodes. You know what I mean? It'd be like
I don't know if I can do seasonal. Maybe like 75% of the year.
See, and that's even fine. Even if it's like a small, like they take the winter break off, or if they take the fall quarter off, or even 2 quarters. If we get even 2 quarters out of the year, they do 1 season, stop, what's it?
I don't want them to break it up.
Like Jobless right now. We get these many
I want them
episodes
to break it up like
this
that.
many episodes break, but
I mean, we can talk about Jobless in that fucking monstrosity if you like.
This is One Piece. We got to get to the.
Let's get back to it.
The thing is,
One Piece story. I'm not talking about One Piece story. It's the way Toei is choosing to tell One Piece's story, because One Piece is
I hear
great.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that Toei sometimes like, when they dragging on the scene, like the stare downs is a little long. Like, shit, they did that shit in Dragon Ball Z. We can take it off One Piece.
Yeah, they did. They did. They did.
Some of the yelling that Dragon Ball Z do.
The power-ups was yelling a long ass time.
Yeah. That's the same thing One Piece be doing. I'm just like, we wouldn't have to do that if they took a season off, because they don't want to catch up to the manga. And I don't never want One Piece to catch up to the manga, because when the anime catch up to the manga, that's when they start doing some bullshit, and that's how we get an ending like Soul Eater.
True. That shit sucked. Soul Eater ending was ass, but I'm not gonna get into that. I want to get into our top 5 list already. We've done a lot of chit chatting, talking about One Piece and how good it is, and
Damn.
But I want to get into we're gonna do top 5 saddest moments of One Piece with some honorable mentions. We're not gonna do the basic ones like Ace's death and like some of the ones that are gonna be on a top 10 list or a top 5
That didn't happen, even though that's my favorite.
True.
The Ace death.
Nothing happened.
Okay. Now you think that's a sad moment? That's not a sad moment. That's cool as fuck.
That is kind of true. It is kind of cool.
I don't know. It made me tear up. Like, when Luffy die. Nah, I got this.
No, that moment, I just watched it very recently, like yesterday probably, and I will say that moment is touching because of camaraderie between the top 3, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, and Sanji and Zoro fighting to step up and take responsibility for the whole crew. Even though Sanji's leg was fucking broke, he was sitting there shaking in front of Orgs. He was shaking like a fucking newborn deer, like a baby Bambi. And Zoro says, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
I guess I'll do more instead of like sad, I'll do more like heart touching, because that was like really a heart touching moment for me. The way Zoro said,
yeah,
please don't kill my captain. Take me. Excuse me. Take me.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Burping. Interrupting
Damn.
my good ass point. Damn.
It's all good. Nah, that part was really dope. It really, like, that was one of the first real, like, oh shit moments. Like, y'all might be a little bit out, out of your league right now. Out here on these waters. That was the first time I was like, what? None of the big three can handle them, and the devil fruit users, because you had Frankie and Robin had newly joined, and you got Brooke was in the fray now too, while they were fighting. And I'm like, none of these niggas can handle this? Like, shit.
Now that we're talking about helplessness, I do have one, probably my favorite one.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back now. But yeah, let's get into this top five.
All right, let's go.
Thaiger, what's yours? Number 5 right now.
Number 5. I'll probably say saying goodbye to the Going Merry.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one, especially after all the infighting with Usopp and him begging to come back to the crew. It's just very emotional to finally let the Merry go, and Luffy had fucked up that fucking ship. Oh man, just in his one meeting with Laboon alone, he broke the head of the ship off. His seat popped off, and he ripped off the mask because he stabbed Laboon in the side and his fucking blowhole. I was like, how did they even make it into the sky at all on the Going Man? It's just like completely. Seriously. I don't know. It just blows my mind. Just.
It's an amazing ship. Really, R.I.P.
Amazing ship. And yeah, Luffy did not deserve the Going Merry at all. Thank God Frankie came along and built a more reliable, sturdy ship.
Seriously. That's actually my number 3 on my list. I'll get there when we get there. My number 5 is Cherry Blossoms. When Dr. Ehrlich dies, and then whatever.
Yeah.
And they actually released the cherry blossoms into the sky when Dr. How do you say her name?
It's Doctorine. Kureha or Doctorine.
Doctorine. When they did the actual initial cherry blossom, not when the doctor died, but when they did the cherry, I was, oh my god, that shit fucking. I was bawling my eyes out like a motherfucker. Bro, that was that's
Chopper. Tough. He's a big crybaby.
I was like, man, that's tough. That's. It was for like actually Chopper seeing what his doctor was trying to make too. It really touched me. I was like, fuck, that really hit really deep for me.
Oh, I love Chopper.
Yeah. He's so sweet. My number 5 is gonna have to be Luffy putting his hat on Nami.
That was gonna be one of my honorable mentions.
That's one of like the first times, like that's like Luffy letting Nami know that like somebody actually has your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that part was very pivoting.
Fucked up life,
free of charge, strings attached.
Get here and survive, but I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that. That definitely was one of the most pivotal moments in One Piece. For sure.
Oh, yeah, Nami crying, help me.
And Nami, and since then, it's been several times where Nami's life has been on the line, and she still held Luffy down since that moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, ever since then, Nami has been Luffy's number 1 cheerleader when it comes down to fighting the end boss of whatever island. Everyone's saying, "Oh, he's dead, he's down," and she's like literally a Wano. She's about to get her ass beat. Talking about, no, he's not dead.
Seriously.
And here goes Usopp's big ass. Just say he won't be Pirate King.
No, that shit pissed me off.
You want to live, bro, because Usopp really a bitch ass nigga.
He can really catch the fade, bro. Swear to God.
Usopp really the opposite, bro.
On me.
Oh no.
Usopp really the bitch. He the most bitch. Bro, he really the most unsolid nigga in the group.
Facts.
He's a pirate.
He's told it multiple times why he not solid.
Multiple times.
Bitch ass nigga.
I mean, Zoro is gonna keep an eye on him, so there's no need to worry.
Yeah, but back to sad moments. What's your number 4, Thaiger?
Yeah, what is your number?
Damn,
4,
back to
Thaiger?
me. Shit. Probably Vivi screaming from the clock tower when the army and the rebel forces for them to stop fighting, and her voice, she was like losing her voice. She's like, Onagai, Tatakai,
Yeah. Fucking that.
And like, you know, Nami was watching her friend like, do something, you motherfuckers, do something.
Yeah, that part was very heartwarming. I don't want to say it was sad for me. I thought it was like more revolting. It kind of was like, yeah, get that shit,
it was more
scream
frustrating. No. It felt more frustrating to me because she hasn't been heard for so long, and she just wants her people to stop fighting, and they had no reason to be fighting each other. And you know, just knowing everything behind that, it was just very emotional. And that is kind of the first big like monumental revolutionary moment that we see One Piece really do. Yeah, they freed a couple of small islands and villages, but this is a big nation, you know, that's recognized on the world screen, world stage. So it's just like, I don't know, seeing Vivi screaming and everything she went through, you know, and she was still down with the pirates to make sure Nami was safe and everybody was safe and healthy in order to get back home. Like, I just felt her frustration of not being heard, surrounded by all them fucking niggas, like, and being the woman not being heard. Yeah, it's very frustrating. So.
Oh, that actually is like, it kind of leads into my number 4. It's another screaming
Okay.
one. But this screaming one comes from my favorite One Piece character that I even have already tatted on me. When Nico Robin is screaming, I want to live.
Iki Tai.
Yes.
You got Robin titties on you? Wait, let me see this tat. Hold up.
Right. It's gonna be like, it's on my leg. Oh, hold on. That's my thing. Say
Hi, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. You got a card. Okay.
So I plan on getting.
Yeah, that's Robin. Yeah, with the long hair. I like that one. Yeah, the purple shirt one. That's the good one.
Mm-hmm. See, Robin is an auntie because she older.
Outfits.
And aunties is the best thing ever. Thick aunties, shout out to all the thick aunties.
We doing it.
Thick aunties is the best thing ever. I got me a thick auntie.
Ew.
Hey.
But no, yeah, it's probably when she was screaming, "I want to live," like, cause like that whole arc, like it even goes into like the Going Merry, getting burned away, cause that's what happened.
Okay.
That it just when she was screaming, "I want to live," after learning her backstory, after learning what she's been through her entire life, and it's almost like the Nami situation in a way.
Yeah.
Where he puts the hat on.
They have a lot in common. Yeah. The two of them have a lot of common. We'll get to a little bit later when we get down to them, you know.
But, you know, it's kind of in that, but like this one is more of like, Robin wanted to like actually die, you know what I mean? She just didn't care, you know. And to like actually see that kind of flip around because they actually have people that care about her, that shit was like, oh my God. And like, that was when Luffy finally got his second form too. Like his second gear. He finally got something new too. So I was just like, I was like,
that arc was fire. Yo, I knew Robin was about that life when she fucking bit the curb, bit the concrete. She was holding on with her fucking teeth because she didn't want to go. I was like, bitch, you're crazy.
That was after I Want to Live. Luffy looked at her and was like, say it. Like, do you want to, like, is this what you want? Because I'm about that shit. And when she said it, and then Usopp shot the government flag.
Yeah. Silver King shoot down the flag.
Bro, he just declared war on the world government. No,
so emotional. So emotional. Got to be number 4 on my list. I know that's like probably on everyone's list. I know we said that's basic.
One, yeah.
But
speaking of heartfelt moments, my number 4 gotta be, this hurt me. when Usopp tried to fight Luffy over a fucking shit.
Yeah,
This nigga felt
I agree.
inadequate.
That's a good one. That's a good
Nigga,
one.
you could have just took the head and kept it as a memento or something and put it in the back of the new ship. Okay, it would
The
have been
only
fine.
reason Usopp wanted to box because of the ship is because he felt insecure. Because he like, if you're gonna give the ship up, maybe you're gonna give me up because you feel like it's gonna be something better. Like Usopp, you bitch ass nigga. The ship literally does not work.
That, and he's pussy whipped. He thought he was mainly thinking of his girl too. He's like, hey, no, this is my girl shit. We can't be disrespecting her type
You ain't
shit
even
too.
beat
Okay,
her.
hold up. I have nothing to talk about the live action Kaya bitch chick or whatever.
Annoying.
The bitch was ashy as fuck.
Because he's soft for real.
He is
With
soft.
his lying ass.
True.
With his lying ass.
He didn't even get to beat before he leave. How you save her life from getting kidnapped, poisoned, murdered? You ain't even like follow through and get the pussy.
Usopp, like, they put some respect on God Usopp name. What the fuck? That's your captain.
The only time Usopp get respect is when he sniped I can't remember the little shouty's name
Candy.
that turned people
Was
into
her name
dogs.
Candy?
Sugar Candy?
Sugar or Candy?
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
those,
I think it's sugar.
one of those two. I think it's Sugar. I think
Yeah.
it's Sugar.
When he shot Sugar, and then when he did the super shot from way deep down with the observation hockey, that's Usopp's two greatest moments. Other than that, fuck that nigga Usopp. You betrayed Luffy over it. Yeah, over his
That's fair.
shit, my nigga. Usopp.
No,
You try to save your own life and denounce Luffy as the king, who's gonna be the king of pirates to save your own life. You bitch ass nigga.
Coming up a little bit in Thriller Bark. It may just because it's fresh in my mind, but he was holding Nami down, you know.
Nami down.
He held Nami down, but did he hold Luffy down?
Wait a minute. That's another gripe that I have is the Nami and Usopp bond when the monsters get to monstering and they huddle together in fear and they're besties, bro. And you add Chopper into that mix. You got the three scared ass besties. I love that dynamic when they be cowering in fear. And I didn't see enough of that, of chemistry between Usopp and Nami and them playing off each other. Because they're close. They're like brother and sister type shit.
Right. What's your number 3 then, Thaiger?
Okay. Probably Law and Cortisone's backstory.
Okay, that's my number 2. But why's your number 3?
It's just a really I mean, Corazon, I mean, literally his name is Heart. I like named my car after him. I named it Rocinante Corazon because I have a red monster, my Maserati.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a soup, and they all had, I don't know, I really love the whole setup of Dressrosa, and I don't know. It's sad. He went through a lot. He had like this crazy ass brother who was set on a path, and you know, that's who he had to depend on in this world. But when he took Law under his wing, it was just like a breath of fresh air in his life, and I felt like he finally got a second chance at life to like do good things in the world for somebody, for this little kid, and make a difference in this kid's world. And then like he gave it his all. He treated Law like his fucking kid, like for real.
True.
You know?
That is true.
It's just heartbreaking.
And for him to go out the way he did.
Yeah.
That's fair. I could get that. That's why that's number 2 on my list. We can get into that. But my number 3 was the Going Merry. We've already kind of talked about that. My reason is just because, like, of all of the adventure they went on, and
my favorite moment with the Mary is when they're already up in Sky Island, and the bird had took the Going Merry onto the altar in the middle of the jungle on the what was that? Forgot the land name or whatever. What was it called again? Like Judah? Something was it?
I
don't know.
That was the million.
But they put him on the altar, and then everybody went out in the forest to start exploring, and they left Chopper's ass alone to fucking patch up the boat. And then them sky sharks was coming to fuck with Chopper's ass, and he was trying to fix the boat and mind his business. Oh man, I love that moment. Yeah.
No, that was a funny moment. I think that the main reason is when the Mary like started talking to them, like saying we went on great adventure. I said because like I was like, oh yeah, this is sad, and then it started speaking to him, and I said, oh this don't do this to me, and then she said we wanted a great adventures. I want to keep going. I said, oh don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I knew Mary's ass was done when they were coming down and dropping out of the fucking sky and the balloon, the fucking octopus, and Mary's
Oh yeah.
popped out of his head too. I was like, oh yeah, Mary's done with y'all.
It's just there's so many sad moments, but this one was like another pivotal one in the anime. I think it's it's time to move on to bigger and better things, and I think that's why.
Yeah, upgrade.
That's why
What's
I'm
your
like
first car? What was your first car?
my first car was a '94 red Toyota pickup, I think.
Okay.
So or no, it was a GMC. It was a GMC. It was my baby, and
Okay.
I actually got in a wreck with it. Like one of the first days
That's what the first ones are for.
first days adventuring out around past the neighborhood because I was young and I was driving it just around the neighborhood to school and back. And then first time driving it out to like a friend's house, I got in a car wreck. Some fucking idiot cut me. It was bad. I don't want to get into it. Yeah, I cried like a bitch. 100%. So losing your first car, losing your first ability of transportation sucks.
Exactly.
For them, it was just
Losing your first bike. I remember when scooters were fucking big. I had like the Cadillac of scooters because my joint was just like 3 wheels, so it was like a wide bad board. Yeah, but I still had like the scooter shit. I was going down the hill and the whole fucking bar snapped off while I'm going downhill. So, like slid. I had like lost skin on my elbow and shit. I like skinned up my chin. I was all fucked up. I was so mad because that scooter was popping. Everyone had the little baby razor that would fuck your ankle up when that shit spun around. Fuck that razor. I had the Mac Daddy Cadillac of fucking scooters. But yeah, I was sad when that shit broke. I was so sad. I was hurt. I was depressed.
Yeah, it's definitely like I said, pivotal moment in the anime. One of those things where it's like really does make a grown man cry for real. What's your third, Turtle?
My number 3 is kind of like a 2-parter because it's kind of like it was like a turning point in the anime at both times with me. When I can't remember his name, but in Alabasta, when the dude carried the bomb into the sky to save.
Yeah. No, the hawk dude.
And then
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thought he died, and it was hella sad for his sacrifice.
Yeah.
And this nigga survived.
And he just shows right back up like nothing. I seriously, I said, wait.
He never even told us how he fucking survived.
No, he just showed up in the background, just like, hey, what's up? I'm back, y'all. You know.
And at this moment, I was like, oh.
Funeral for him by the time this nigga show back up. He was out in the desert getting fixed up, healing. Yeah.
Oh, niggas don't die in One Piece. Even though he said, I'm sacrificing myself.
Exactly.
Talking about people dying, not people dying. That actually brings it up. When it's also in the Water 7 arc of one of my favorite arcs of One Piece, of when Chief, is it Spandam? Or whatever? Or not Chief Spandam, but a leader of the CP9. Was it?
Spandam. Yeah.
When fucking Robin snapped his fucking spine in half, and then all of a sudden he's fucking back in the anime, and when they're talking in the Reverie and shit. Like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, got his whole entire fucking spine snapped in half.
The second part in One Piece where it made me realize that, oh shit, maybe people do die is when Ace died.
True.
Even though Ace died, because this nigga want to turn around because he was talking shit about Whitebeard, and like, my nigga,
just keep running.
Shit is more.
Like, y'all could have just ran. But
Oda
like,
hates
no.
Ace, apparently.
But like, I was like, oh shit, Ace actually died. Maybe people will start dying in One Piece.
Nope. Just them.
Just him.
Well, I
guess
our boy died.
And Whitebeard.
Not Whitebeard. Our boy, Wano. He was the first. What was his name? Blue hair dude. No, blue hair dude.
Oh,
My
Yuri.
man with the smiley.
Yeah, when he got blicked up.
Yeah, he
Nah,
did.
I don't care. Big Mom and Kaido, they dead as fuck.
They have to be. There's no way they're
They
not
fell in the
dead,
lava.
bro.
That's crazy.
Packed
Like
up forever. They gone.
they have to be. If they somehow come back, I don't know if I can continue to keep watching it, bro.
And I
I'm gonna
can't
be real.
say the next person who got packed up because my nigga Tyler don't read the manga, but I wonder if he did. If you read the manga, you know the next person that get packed up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen spoilers.
We can talk
Niggas
about it,
been
Turtle.
putting
We
that
can
shit
talk
out
about
there.
it, Turtle. We can definitely talk about that. I keep up in the manga.
Yeah,
So
so you know the next person who really get like they ask well like is he dead? Because like I think he might be dead.
I think
for
he
real.
is. I
got
think
his
he's dead
ass
for real.
whooped.
He got his I think he's dead for real,
Right?
bro. I don't think
dead.
I don't think he's alive anymore.
It's up for homie.
Yeah.
I always thought homie was useless anyways.
I agree.
But
I agree. If he's alive, it has to be on the biggest plot armor of plot armors, and I'm just gonna leave it
yeah,
at that.
homie, it's definitely plot armor if he survived. But go ahead, Tiger. What's your number 2?
We'll see if Kizaru lives. Anyway.
Oh, that's not even who we're talking about.
Oh Lord.
That's not even. Let's just say that.
Don't even say it. Just listen. All I need to know. All you need to know
My
is
second one.
he's a
watch.
fraud. That
Fraud
man's a
watch.
fraud and
Yes.
he's trash.
My second
Fraud
one.
watch.
My second one is actually a two-fer because it's kind of like
Okay,
it's two in the same arc. So when Sanji was fighting Luffy, and when Sanji, of course, found out the truth about Pudding and had my man out in the rain, crying and unable to light his fucking cig. That was so sad.
and then Pudding
Sanji
actually fell for it, gave him the kiss and made him forget.
Yeah.
Pudding was the one for Sanji, and she just said, "No,
Pudding
fucked like this. I'm sorry."
Yeah, he would have really loved you. He really would have took care of her like with everything.
Dude, that
Everything.
part was so sad.
Third eye and everything.
Loss. That's
knock your ass
fucking
down
loss.
every night.
Fuck you, Pudding. That's your loss.
Well, and the fact that he
Yes.
really was about to give up everything. He was really about to give up everything, and then he just standing outside the window, just broken.
Completely broken.
You know what I mean?
Because he was trying for the
feel that.
silver lining
I feel that,
in that
Sanji.
situation. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I bring
feel
up
that,
like?
Sanji. Actually, I feel that, actually, Sanji. Low key. I'm not gonna lie.
It's, my bad.
No. It's all good. It's I definitely feel how he feels. So,
Bro.
but
Even when he was fighting Luffy was sad though, because he knows that's his brother. He didn't really want to fucking hurt him, and Luffy wasn't putting up any fight, knocked his whole tooth out. God damn.
Honestly,
That's
though,
when I
Zoro-
started doubting Sanji.
in my
Sanji
opinion-
was really throwing blows, and
Sanji a whole
Luffy
bitch for
hungry
that.
was
I'm
eating
not
that
even gonna
shit.
cap. Like that was in one of my moments.
To go play with Luffy if he ain't gonna do it, you know?
Once Zoro finds out what happened, and he still hasn't found out what happened at Whole Cake Island yet. Even in manga, he still hasn't found out in what happened in Whole Cake Island. As soon as he finds out, he's gonna snap on Sanji, bro. There's no way.
He might run the ones. You know how Zoro is about
That's what I'm
Luffy.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Zoro would
You know he gonna
never
run
do
the
any
ones.
shit like that ever.
No, Zoro can never find out.
And Sanji's supposed to be his like third mate or whatever it's supposed to be.
He did
Like
what?
like
He did
He's
what?
left hand.
that's
Oh,
that's
really?
crazy. Ain't no way Zoro's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cut up Luffy right now because I'm gonna have to say like, no. He said I'm gonna fuck up anyone even thinking about touching Luffy. And that even leads up into current manga too. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna do spoilers. That's even current manga right now too. That's
Homie
Zoro.
thought shit was sweet. He was like, "What you thought this was, bro?"
Facts. But we won't even get into that. My number two. It's the Law and Corzin. It's Law's backstory leading into meeting Dofi's brother and everything. It's just like losing literally everyone, just like Robin, except for to a disease, and then to find someone that actually cares about him, just to lose him again. I'm just like, oh my god, like holy shit, my heart for Law. And
He's just a little kid
and
out
the
there
thing
on
is,
his own.
he didn't even get to hear Corazon say "I love you" and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because he put the like, you know what I mean. I'm like that. In my
Yeah.
opinion, makes it even sadder. So I'm like,
It's
he didn't
even
even get
worse
to hear
because
his
he never
final
got to hear
words.
it. Yeah. Yeah. It's so. That's why that one was up there for me. That one was it's just like the silence with the snow falling and everything. It's just, Law, poor little Law.
And it was like I keep saying it, but it was another like good moment that One Piece needed to have for us to feel for a character and for us to
They
actually
were
like a
excellent
character.
at building the backstory of important characters. So, it's almost like Game of Thrones, but thank God they don't die as soon as you find out their backstory.
No, seriously.
I like this character. It's my favorite character.
Did exactly. So thank God it's not like that. They are sticking around.
But yeah, that would be my number 2. We've already even kind of talked about it, so we don't have to go like super deep into it. Turtle, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is on Sao Bodhi and Kuma, which is
Bop, bop. Y'all thought they were dead.
and Luffy. The depression on Luffy's face, the helplessness Luffy felt when he first saw each one of his members was just dying left and right.
Yeah.
After they really felt that y'all niggas need to train more, they getting their ass beat left and right. Kizaru showing up. Sentomaru,
they getting mopped up.
Tomorrow. The sumo looking nigga with the axes. Sentomaru, yes, beating everybody's ass. He's like, what? He's using hockey for time, attacking him from a distance. He's like, what is this? I'm rubber. And like he getting his ass. Like, it's just the helplessness. Luffy broke down. All of a sudden, wow, he get hit with it.
That's actually kind of funny. That's not like funny that's your number 2, but actually, I'm not sure if you guys know this. That's actually Travis Scott's favorite part of the anime. I don't know if Travis Scott watches One Piece. And I remember him posting on the story of like it was like 4 screenshots of Luffy trying to save Robin and like reaching out for his hand, and then it was Luffy like banging on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And like obviously Robin, he was like, "This is like my favorite art or favorite part of One Piece." I said, "Oh shit, that's fucking lit." That's definitely one of the saddest though.
No, I was definitely triggered by seeing Bubbles for a while afterward. I didn't like seeing Bubbles.
No, neither did I. No, that's a respectable number 2.
I mean, shoving the archipelago or whatever, that was hard for me to watch just because it was also a bunch of fucking racism too. So
yeah, there's a lot in that arc to unpack. And
speaking of that, my number 1.
yeah. Let's get into number 1. Let's get into number 1s. Thaiger.
Go ahead, Thaiger.
What's your number 1? What you got for us?
Mine actually, for the saddest moment is when Robin's mom had to deny her in front of the government to give her a chance at living. I thought that specific part was just like, for a mother, so heartbreaking to have to think about doing to your child, but any connection to you will end their future. So just like, she had to do what she could. She was never even there, as a mother figure anyway in her daughter's life. So she had no right to call herself a mom. So, and just like the dichotomy between that and like we were saying, Nami's story where her mom was like, I will never deny my daughters in front of anybody. You know what I mean? So that's how I know like Robin and Nami have a very deep bond because like you said, their stories are very similar. Just like if things would have went a little bit differently, in each circumstance, very similar circumstances. So I just feel like that is a really hard moment to think about as like, I don't have any kids, but as I get older and start thinking about, having a family, what you would do for your child, So.
No, that's a very respectable number 1. Just sacrifice in general is hard, I think, and seeing it in an anime for your children definitely makes it even tougher. And just to even see what she even went through too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right?
So it's like,
Yeah. And then like the life she had to live because of that
mm-hmm.
afterward. Yeah. So on her own in this world and on the run from the government.
Fucking sad. But
Yeah.
I will say though, Robin's mom might be one of the worst moms in One Piece. Other than the sacrificing, she might be one of the shittiest moms in One Piece. But with that, we can say for a different podcast, we could do like top moms, favorite moms. That's just my opinion.
It's definitely Luffy's mom. Where the fuck is that bitch?
Yeah,
She doesn't break top 10, bro.
She's not a good
Worst
mom.
moms?
She got, but my number one. I've been kind of debating, and on what I would want for a number one, and I think this part, in my opinion, gets overlooked a lot. Just saddest moments or just like heartbreaking moments, and that's when Jack invades the Minks, and the Minks are all saying, Raizio's not here. And then you find out that Raizio was there, and you're just like, you motherfuckers, bro.
Raizio,
Like,
they're so great. They're amazing.
That part really shook me to the core because that showed a whole different side of loyalty that personally
right?
I have never seen in one, an anime, and two, real life.
Like everybody knows we holding it down for this. Yeah.
And they literally were willing to sacrifice all of their history, their entire everything for just this one man. And I just was, it just, when the samurai were walking up and Luffy started walking up behind him, like, if I got to step in, you know, I'm gonna step in. And then they sat down and I said, oh, instant tears. Instant tears. And I think it's more sad. I think it's more sad knowing the backstory behind it now of what Dogstorm and Viper went through, and the samurai went through as well to get to that point.
Yeah.
Like knowing that history, I think made it 10 times more sadder, in my opinion. And it has to be number one just because of they literally lost so much history. Like Dog and Viper literally lost arms and limbs. Like so many people lost everything.
Both the Minks and Wano collectively suffered for so long. Like it's crazy.
It was super sad. Tiger, Turtle, what's your number one?
My number one has to start from a man fighting against a set weakness of the story to save an entire civilization.
Civilization.
I'm drunk and I'm a little high. Sorry.
That's fine.
We getting lit.
He broke the very laws of physics, fighting someone in their greatest advantage.
I know.
Hire people off of a whim of he just didn't like the way you were treated. And even after all that, after saving your kingdom from sure death, he needed you the most. All he needed was a blood transfusion. Because of the stigmatism of fishermen and humans, not even the king would give him one.
Damn.
And Jinbei took this moment in front of everyone, giving a blood transfusion, saving Luffy's life.
Big Jinbei.
Breaking down years of racism and prejudice
like that
between humans and fishermen.
This boy's about to start crying right now. This boy about to start crying right now.
Even
Luffy got Jinbei in his veins.
Even the king, Sarahoshi, Hachi, none of them all of them knew, saving Luffy, y'all were about to die. The boat was going to fall on the bubble and crush everybody.
He saved your entire world.
Entire kingdom.
Luffy fought in seawater, which is his greatest weakness.
That niggas like to talk about all the time.
He
Talk about
beat
it.
Man on extra steroids several
And it was
times
all
over.
crap. He was zooted
In
up.
water.
Okay.
Created fire in water. All to save y'all. Yet nobody, even the king, even the person he saved from being a slave, would give him a blood transfusion.
True.
Jinbei did that shit.
Nah, I get that. That shit's fucking.
Jinbei.
It just kind of shows you his loyalty before even like joining the crew too.
Oh yeah, nah, he's got a sense of honor above most, like far above most.
And that's why I'm actually really glad Jinbei did officially join the crew.
Yeah.
And that's why I actually named my dog Jinbei.
I just can't wait to see them like on the boat and chilling for a couple of episodes with all the new crew members back on the boat together for a little bit. Like,
True, and he
I just want a couple episodes of them being funny.
He still doesn't even know really how they run either. And so it's like, once he gets on the ship, he's going to be like, because like when he did be on the ship, it was just Nami, Sanji, and they were trying to escape Big Mom before he went back.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Now that everyone's there, he's going to be like, what am I get myself into?
Exactly. You got to see the entire crew in action. You got to see Chopper with his chopsticks in his nose and his mouth, and Brooke playing, you know, the violin, and Robin breathing, the whole vibe, you know?
Facts.
Luffy not caring about plans.
Exactly.
I want to go this way.
Those were our top 5 moments, though, everyone. If you guys liked them, let us know. If you guys have anything different, if you guys have anything different, or if you guys have your own 5, or if you guys like want us to talk about anything about One Piece, you just let us know. We're gonna try to make this a every 2-3 week thing, or every weekly thing, whatever we can swing and do. We're gonna try to get DeKel on here too, some podcasts and some.
I'm trying to get Mac to fucking watch One Piece if he wants to be included.
Stop being a hater, Mac. Shout out Mac though. But
Virgo season is over. Give it up.
Just sit down and watch it, brother. It's not that bad. Just watch it, because I think he has this thing where he's gonna watch it and then he's gonna realize that it actually is better than Naruto, and he's not gonna want to admit it.
Exactly.
If you think Boruto, the anime, is great, then he definitely can watch One Piece.
Nah, seriously, because the Boruto anime is hot trash.
And Boruto, the manga is kind of iffy, but the last chapter was cool.
I think Boruto the manga is gas. I just think the anime sucks.
Boruto did some good shit in the last chapter. I still said what I said the last time we was all meet up, and I feel like the hatred he got was kind of like handed to him, just like most of the shit in his life, but he did some cool shit, and that's all that I care about.
Okay. I just don't believe that ninjas should have blickies. That's kind of the hill I'm dying on. I feel like that really defeats the purpose of being called a ninja.
Yeah, I mean, at least if you're gonna say fuck ninjas, at least be cool in like action scenes. That's all I'm asking for.
Facts.
Okay.
Well, do you guys have any final statements you guys want to leave with the viewers or anything?
Fuck Mac, but check out the Neighborhood Ninjas podcast and Stoop Stories. Yeah, we'll have it in the description.
Facts. Turtle, you have anything you want to shout out?
Zoro's the most loyal second man in command ever in One Piece.
Is he racist?
That's bad on that.
We could dive into that on a different
more
episode.
Than Zoro. Name somebody more loyal. Who? Nobody. That's it. Zoro is, and he that nigga.
Probably that blonde bitch in Death Note, because she really loved Light. Ooh.
She was stupid. She didn't even.
Oh, she was still loyal.
It don't
You
matter.
loyal. You didn't say intelligent.
It don't matter. Zoro's still more loyal.
Okay. All right.
Well, shout out Zoro. I want you guys definitely go check out Neighborhood Ninjas podcast and the Stoop Stories. Go check them out. Thank you, Thaiger. Thank you, Turtle, for being here and doing a top 5 list with me and talking about everything One Piece.
Yeah.
I hope everyone who watched this enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on both my channel and Neighborhood Ninjas channel. Peace.